Welcome, Climate Viewers. This is Jim Lee at ClimateViewer.com, ClimateViewer.org, and WeatherModificationHistory.com. Going to be a quick video, just a quick update. Many of you were doing some prayers for me. I had surgery on March 1st. That was absolutely a blast. There's me laid up in the bed, but obviously all the prayers definitely paid off because my voice hasn't changed and I feel really good. I'm getting my energy back. And was just listening to the Freeman TV episode. That's exactly why I would come on here tonight. Was just to kind of, give everybody an update on things that have happened recently. What's up, Kate, Ann, love you guys, Lynette, Donald. Thank you for checking out the Freeman TV thing. So yeah, I think, why is my webcam mic on? Y'all were getting double audio. That should be much better. I don't know why that was on. But regardless, so I did have surgery. Before the surgery, I had a full thyroidectomy. As you can see here, I look like somebody tried to slash my neck, but it's healing up really quickly. And I have slept like a baby. I mean, oh my God, I have slept like a baby. Like, best sleep I've had in years. So, anxiety levels way down. Just everything's feeling really good. So I did a interview with Freeman Fly. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this guy, but it's over on FreemanTV.com. This interview was actually done before the surgery, and it took him a little while to get it out, but it's up there right now. Technocracy and Weather Weapons. Jim Lee. It is on his homepage. It's right at the top of the homepage. So if you go to FreemanTV.com right now, you can check out that episode. Right here, it's at the top of the page. He does one a week, so it'll be there for the next week. Check it out. I would post the link right now. It's on the YouTube video detail. Yes, the scar is going to be so badass. I'm going to go into MMA class and they're going to be like, what? And I'm going to be like, a Colombian drug dealer tried to cut me, Ohms. And, he got messed up bad, man. But yeah, check that out. It's just FreemanTV.com, as you see right there on the screen. There's an hour of podcast that's free to the public, and then another hour worth of podcast that's behind, his paywall. So, I say you support the guy. He's, really good, interviewer, and we really open it up, on the second hour. So, it's, kind of crazy. So check that out. And then obviously I also just recently was on with my main man, Frank, from Quite Frankly TV. And this was a switch of topics for me. I haven't been able to talk about it very much lately. And that is, cybersecurity. And apparently Darth Schwaber, from the World Economic Forum, decided to talk about cyber polygon and cyber pandemics. And his quote was basically that if you thought COVID was bad, it will pale in comparison to a cyber pandemic. So we're going to do an exercise that's mainly going to be run by a Russian company, and the World Economic Forum, streamed live in July upcoming. Now, what makes this interesting is that the same thing happened with COVID-19. The World Economic Forum had this thing called Event 201, where they said, what if a, coronavirus were to hit, as a global pandemic? And magically they did that in October. And by October, most people don't know this, October 2019, coronavirus was already in America. And I made all my predictions on COVID-19 in a now infamous video back in March of 2020, where I'm wearing the gas mask and I'm talking about coronavirus, fear porn, and mass hysteria. And, reported live from the coronavirus bunker, and said, what I had to say about the predictions of 2 million people. I was completely right about all of that. Vindication is great. But regardless, we go into pretty good detail. This is one of the longest interviews I've ever done with Frank. So check that out. I was, hastily trying to get that mirrored and over onto my channel for today's video. I typically do these videos around 3 or 4 o'clock on Sunday. But hey, you can only do so much. And my recovery is paramount. I'm going to continue to work on that. Those that would like to support my work, I always appreciate it. I got a new way to donate. A lot of people requested this. So now if you do use Cash App, you can just put in $ ClimateViewer and you can use that as well. So I now on Cash App. I appreciate every donation. As you guys know, everything I do is free. Always has been, always will be. I have now extended that to an advertisement free, except for obviously the YouTube has some ads. But there are no advertisements on any of my websites. And I've now made all of my YouTube videos Creative Commons, meaning you can download them directly from YouTube. You can put them on your own channel, with a Creative Commons non-commercial 4.0 international share alike license. So, it's all open source. I love open source, always been open source, always will be. So it's your donations that help me continue to create this content and, support my family at the same time. Those are always greatly appreciated. And now, there's a new option for, those who have Cash App on their phone and are more familiar with it. I play a lot of video games and I'm only 44 years old. I swear to God, the next person that calls me a boomer, I'm going to lose it. But I am not a baby boomer by any stretch of the imagination, but still, people had requested that I use Venmo, and I'm using Republic Wireless. So that means that I only pay $15 a month for my cell phone, even though, I have this Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. That's my two beautiful daughters right there. I'd only pay 15 Poopy headshot for Poopy Parker calling me a boomer. It's a friend of mine that I play Call of Duty with. Regardless, man, you just got me triggered with the boomer thing. But regardless, I'm feeling much better. I hope you guys will stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of content coming out in the near future. I am going to make a more lengthy video about my whole history with this, from Graves' disease, from start in 2009 to surgery, to full recovery, to, losing all this weight again, to surgery, to where I am today. So, you guys can keep up, you can get the full idea on that. I've got a lot of pictures I'm going to share with that, because I think that a lot of other people will probably benefit from, just hearing my story, hearing how I healed my thyroid, my Graves' disease, and I was off of meds for 3 years. And the thing is that being born in the year of the dragon, being a Scorpio, and being my personality, which is, I would say, chaotic good. I'm definitely not chaotic neutral or chaotic evil, but I would say I'm probably chaotic good for you D&D Advanced Dungeons and Dragons fans out there. Some gnat like harassing me right now. But regardless, I'm just trying to, keep doing the thing that I'm doing. I've been taking it very slow. But every single day I feel stronger. I feel more, clear-headed, and magically I've already, pulled off a hour-long interview with Frank on Quite Frankly TV, which is easily the longest, I've ever gone with him. So my point was, about the, being a dragon, Scorpio, chaotic good, is that, even though I was able to stay off of the meds for 3 years, it's really hard for me to, stay on a regular schedule, as many of you know. But wow, coincidence, Susan. You must have an interesting life as well. In Chinese mythologies, dragons control the weather. So is it predestined that I talk about weather control? I don't know. You tell me. But regardless, getting a little scatterbrained here, obviously reading chat. I could chat with you guys all day. By the way, good time to try out the chatting option. I don't know if it's going to appear. So somebody throw something in there. I'd put the chat box in this thingy thing. Let's see if I move it up. Oh, there we go. Great. Trust your body's innate healing ability. Yep. Coming in from Susan. It's actually coming in before it's showing up in my Streamlabs. Looks like it's working. Success. Great success. I am no longer using Restream.io. I am doing this all directly from Streamlabs. OBS. So that's a super win as well. Bamboo Soldier, my man. So regardless, I do have a lot planned. I've got a video coming out pretty soon, about the whole history of my Graves' disease. Because I think that, there are a lot of people who probably suffer from, Graves' disease and have never realized, what their options are, what it's like to go through the thyroidectomy. I just want to say, big shout out to my surgeon. Now I'll say his name since, me and my wife had a running joke that if I make it through this surgery and I don't die, then obviously the CIA wasn't out to kill me. So, basically my wife said while I was still under the influence of all the medication, I kept flipping her off going, I know who you are and I know you're still here and I'm still here. In addition to making comments about, the doctors wanting to see my cojones. You say the craziest stuff when you're under anesthesia. I wish we could have got some recording of that. That would have been probably hilarious stuff. I would definitely put it out here because I have no shame. But regardless, made it through the surgery, and Dr. Keith Player over at McLeod in Florence is absolutely an amazing surgeon. I had very little to no pain the very next day. I did end up developing some migraines about 3 or 4 days in. It's a nerve thing in the back, of the neck, and it's basically because they elongate the neck. But I mean, this area right here, you couldn't have asked for a better surgery. I went for my follow-up with him. I had the surgery on the 1st. I went for my follow-up on the 9th. And the first comments out of Dr. Player was, well, you don't have boobs on your neck anymore. So I thought that was classic. The guy's got a great sense of humor, and he has a very skilled hand. And a lot of your prayer, I'm sure, helped along the way, because not only was he able to remove my thyroid, but he was able to put not one, not two, but all four of my parathyroids back into my neck. They're not stuffed in my arm somewhere crazy. So I shouldn't have to deal with the long-term consequences of having to take vitamin D and calcium. And things are probably going to be pretty good. I'm very positive about this. This was one of my greatest fears, and there's nothing like facing your fear to really, put you in a different mindset. So I'm glad that's over with. I hope that you guys will check out Quite Frankly's channel. You can go to quitefranklytv.com, and that's going to have his D Live on there. It's got links to his YouTube and all the different places he uploads. But the video, once again, for those playing along at home, it's over on Quite Frankly's YouTube channel under Cyber Pandemics featuring Jim Lee 3/12/21. And then FreemanTV.com, Wonder Without Fear, Technocracy and Weather Weapons, more of my classic topic. You guys know how we talks about that. And we run the gamut from cloud seeding to geoengineering, chemtrails, HARP, and everything in between. And if you do support, if you are a member, you can go into the member section and listen to a second hour of that. First hour is obviously free in the free zone on Freeman TV. So that ought to keep you busy till I get the next video out here. And I hope that you guys will stay tuned. Fred Pinard, your test was successful. So yeah, it looks like my test was successful as well, because, my chat box is working. I got everything streaming to all four services. I'm streaming live on YouTube, my Facebook profile, D Live, and Twitch simultaneously, and everything seems to have gone off without a hitch. It's pretty darn rare. So I am gonna probably start using my Instagram. It's just in the freaking, the little theme I have right there. I'll do that in the near future since I have a phone. But their terms of service, quite frankly, pardon the pun, are just horrendous. So that's why I've never installed Instagram on my phone. But maybe I'll start actually using that thing, because we're doing some major renovations around here, and I'm going to have a beautiful garden to show everybody and all that sort of thing. But regardless, weathermodificationhistory.com website almost complete. It's twitch.com, twitch.tv/ClimateViewer. It's DLive /ClimateViewer. So, everything is /ClimateViewer except for YouTube. I do have a youtube.com/user/ClimateViewer. That is my secondary channel. It is my brand account, and eventually I may start using it. But I was kind of, Rumble is great from what I understand. Everybody keeps telling me to go on Gab and all of that stuff. So I'm going to try to grow in every different direction possible over the next year. And, you'll be the first to know, because I will be able to stream simultaneously to all of them, hopefully. And check out these two videos, the video and the audio blog, if you have the chance. Tell them Jim Lee sent you, if you have the ability to comment over on either of those. And, I love you guys. I mean it. I appreciate everybody who's supported me. I do have an issue right now. Obviously, a lot of surgical bills and stuff like that. So now more than ever, your donations would be greatly appreciated. And obviously, you can donate with a single donation at Cash App, $1/$ClimateViewer, PayPal.me/ClimateViewer, or you can become a monthly supporter by supporting me on Patreon.com/ClimateViewer. Any one of the choices, if you're able to do so, would be greatly appreciated. So that being said, I also had a Chinese cherry blossom screen that was supposed to be here in the background right now. As you can clearly see, there's still a double wide trailer in the background. And that's because on March 1st, while I was in surgery, a porch pirate must have grabbed it, or the FedEx guy delivered it to God knows where. But it is reported that my cherry blossom Japanese screen with the black, white, and, beautiful cherry blossoms was delivered to my front porch at 1:00. And I had people watching my house coming by regularly. They never saw it. Nobody, my neighbors have said that they don't have it. But maybe it'll be here. We're going to get that worked out. But yeah, porch pirates, you can't fight them when you're out cold over in another. I was in Florence, which is about an hour away from where I live in Sumter. Regardless, your support would be appreciated now more than ever. Because, medical bills and all that fun stuff. Surgery ain't cheap. So new videos coming soon. weathermodificationhistory.com, complete overhaul update, almost complete. ClimateViewer.com, impressive changes to it. Going to be coming after the weathermodificationhistory.com update. When I update the website, I will immediately be making a video about that to let you guys know. And that'll also mark the fact that I have now moved on to doing the ClimateViewer.com thing. I appreciate that, Kathy. I appreciate everybody in chat who keeps telling me that I look so good. I don't know if you guys can tell, much like objects in a mirror may appear closer than, they're closer than they appear. My head is actually growing by the second reading the chat. So you guys are always good to me. I love you very much, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I am got so much energy and excitement for this coming year. So look forward to it. Look forward to more regular content. My wife, who is much more systematic than I am, has been helping me plan out the show that we're going to hopefully be able to pull off on Sunday, which should be, let's just say, a mix of latest news, commentary, comedy, with some skits in there, and something that may become very infamous on the internet really quickly. I can't say what it is, but we want to do a show. And that's in the works as well. There are other things that are even larger in the works that I cannot, because of non-disclosure agreements, and I cannot talk about the Hollywood aspect of what's going on right now behind the scenes, but there's something very big coming on that front too. And it is very good to finally be past this heart attack inducing Graves' disease potential. So things are looking up and up. I'm always feeling better, and I hope you will be too. Stay tuned. Sharing is caring. And, remember, I love you, mean it. Please share this video. Please check out, quite frankly, Cyber Pandemics featuring Jim Lee 3/12/21, and go to freemantv.com. Check out my interview over there. You always want to support the people who support you. So these are two people I love. Hope that you will go to their site before I mirror the cyber pandemic video over on my channel. Go watch theirs first. They deserve it. If you're not subbed to, quite frankly, you should. If you're not a member of FreemanTV.com, you probably should be, because he does great interviews with some very interesting individuals as well. So, yeah, one more time for the thing. Dr. Player has a kind of sick sense of humor. When I went in for my consultation beforehand, which you guys may not realize, and you will when you see the video that I'm going to do, it's going to be basically called My Story from Graves' Disease to Full Thyroidectomy. When I went in for the consultation, Dr. Player looked at me and he says, normally the incision would be about this big. But because, you have such an extremely large thyroid, I'm damn near going to have to cut your head off. And I'm sitting there going, okay, that's funny, but at the same time, bruh. So yeah, it's a pretty lengthy scar, because I don't think any of you could really tell how large it was. And honestly, after the surgery, I didn't realize how little air I could breathe as a result. It is insane that I never really correlated the two. They would ask me, did I have trouble breathing? I'd say, no. What are you talking about? Do you have trouble swallowing? No, I eat like a boss. I don't feel a thing. After it's gone, boy, there's a difference. So I'm still here. The CIA did not kill me. So the surgery did not kill me. It also did not change my voice, so I do not sound really weird, or I don't sound like this. So I'm pretty happy about all of it all the way around. And there will be much more coming soon. Thank you all for watching this spur of the moment video, which I told my wife would be 10 minutes, but I am mouthy, lengthy, and I love to chat. So it ended up being 28 minutes so far. So my 10-minute video went to 28 minutes, and we'll be at 30 before I get off here. So please, share the video out, let everybody know I'm alive, and that I did an interview before the surgery, and I've done one afterwards, both of which are freshly minted. The Freeman TV thing actually came out today. So when I looked at it earlier, it said 16 hours ago. I have Lugel's iodine, Pedro. In fact, that was one of the things that was prescribed to me by Dr. Player. He says, you're going to be on steroids, a beta blocker, and I want you to take an SSKI. It's kind of old school, and you probably won't be able to get it from the pharmacy because not many people prescribe it anymore. But that's a super saturated potassium iodide supplement. And basically I got the highest rated, on Amazon, freaking Lugel's iodine, which is 4% potassium iodide with 2% iodine. And I was taking 7 drops 3 times a day for 2 weeks before the surgery. And it's absolutely amazing. It's amazing how that stuff works. So, okay, like I said, now we're at 29 minutes and 50 seconds. I could literally just sit here and chat with the chat all day long. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. Please, if you're not a subscriber, do hit that subscribe button. I have a subscribe button over here somewhere. If you're watching this on other places, this is my YouTube channel. It is my main home of my videos, going back, almost a decade now, on YouTube. So you can go back and watch all of my old stuff. Check out the must-see TV section for my best presentations, my PowerPoint presentations, if you're new. And, please, if you can, and I know everybody, money's tight, especially after a year of COVID, support me, through one of the possible ways on the screen there. And, share this video, give it smash the like button. If you can, share it to your friends, your family, because I'm shadow banned everywhere. If I share it, it goes into a black hole and is erased by the Silicon Mafia tech overlords. So only through your shares will this message ever get out there anyway. All right. Well, that about does it for me. Love you, mean it, and I'll catch you on the next one. If this video resonates with you, leave me a comment because I love hearing from y'all. First time here, be sure to subscribe and click the bell. The bell doesn't always work, so come to ClimateViewer.com and sign up for our newsletter. Remember, it would be impossible for me to do this without your support, so please join my Patreon or buy me a coffee on PayPal. And always, attack ideas, not people.